Hey guys, so we're going to be doing another episode of Taco Imposters. Yeah, there's not much to talk about right now, but well, right now at this very moment, it is what is it? The 8th of April 2019, and I have no power because if you look outside right now, it's so icy. It's horrible. It's crazy. It's like freezing rain and ice and yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, and it's crazy. So like, it's bad, but um. it's very um what's it called? Bad outside. So it's horrible. So I mean, it's just bad. So I have no power right now. Right now, at the very moment. I mean, I'm gonna upload this when I have power. So when I have the internet back, but I don't have power right now. And I was just listening to the book. Well, because I have the book on. Well, no, I don't. Okay, I was gonna say I have the book on tape or the audiobook of Ready Player One. I don't. I have the PDF, which I'm reading off of a voice to text to voice app, which is a little robotic, but I got used to it. I listened to it all spring last year, so like from like March to like May, June. So I was like, oh, this was fine with that. But I did kind of get a little like annoyed about it. I'm like, ooh, this is a robotic. But I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? There were different voices, but they all sound awful. So yeah. So I was just reading that book, and I'm like, I feel like because I read it once already, and I'm like, I feel like if I read this again, which I'm doing, I'm not gonna like it the same way because it's gonna be like whenever I watch a movie or a TV show. You know how you not hate, but you start to not you go, I've seen this already. Like I know what's gonna happen, so this is not the same kind of amusing. Which is why you wait long enough to the point where like you forget a few things, at least some things, so that you get to the point where you're like, oh, now I remember like, or sorry, now I like you're jogging my memory. Like now oh yeah, or I forgot about that part. That kind of thing. Which is why I think my childhood worked so well as it did because what I did basically with my childhood was I had my dad had about 600 VHS, maybe 500, right? A lot of VHS. We got rid of most of them, which I'm still mad at about to this day. But we got rid of most of them. But most of a lot of them were recorded off of like the TV or something, or something like that, where it was recorded off of the TV, but or either or video recording because we were the very early like pirates of like things. So we technically were pirates, but we weren't pirating anything necessarily. We kind of I don't know. Wow. It's a legal gray area, so I'm not gonna go in there. But we had a lot of recorded things, right? So I had a lot of videos, right? VHS tapes recorded because I had a dual VHS player, and one top would play and the other would record. Anyway, I'm not going into there because that's again a legal gray area. I'm not going there. But I would have maybe I don't know, 25 maybe, and I would just go through these 25 over and over and over and over and over again. Like I would get a movie from the like video store. I'd maybe watch it twice before my dad goes, "Okay, no, 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 we're recording this." And that's it. That's it. I'm like, okay, hey, it works. Like it works, so it's great. But there's something about that experience popping in the tape that I recorded and watching, going, or recording it. It's great because I was also watching I don't know if you know Cinemassacre. So James Rolfe was doing a documentary. Well, this is long ago. It's like five or six or eight, 10 years ago. But like, he's doing his 200th video, which is basically a documentary on his like, no, his life, not his life as a movie critic. Sorry, I clicked something on the screen. Yeah, so he's doing his movie life, right? So as a director, he's like, okay, as a director, writer, producer, not producer, but like writer, editor, actor, he's explaining his like how he makes movies, right? And so he's like, this is great. And one of the things was he had a dual VCR set up, so like he would record on one part and then play it on the other part. And I mean, to me, it seemed complicated, but he said this was very complicated, but I recorded so many movies this way, it was like crazy. And he's like, I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, at one point he goes, I knew the camera had this many frames. I know it was 13 seconds to a frame, they had this many FPS. I knew how long to get to the front of the camera. It was that sick. I'm like, wow. I mean, hey. See, like, I just bought a VH. Well, not just bought. I bought about a month ago a VHS C camera, I'm looking to get a 8mm because I have a lot of 8mm tapes that I want to actually get like running again. Oh, I want to convert them all. Let's be honest here, but I don't have um a camera to do that yet. I have software, like I have the hardware and software. I have the capture card or capture device and the software. I can't find the CD or the what's it called? Because I don't need the CD necessarily because I can download the drivers, but I need the God, I need the key, the product key. So yeah, so I have like a VHS-C camera here that I just got like running. Now I just need and I just bought tapes online on eBay. I bought 30. Well, I bought 37 tapes. Half of them are like high eights and like 8mm. But I'm like, fine, whatever. I have at least like 10 or 12 out of that 37 that are VHSC, so I'm fine with that. But um, I have it, and I don't know, something about it. I want to use it. Want to make a movie with. Well, because I also bought an what's it called? Oh, not bought. I downloaded an app, and I'm like, oh, and I love the fact that it's so much easier to get like cracked apps on Android. Oh my god, it's crazy. Anyway, I'm not gonna go there either. Legal gray area. But yeah, just so like I got one of those apps, and I looked at it and I went, yeah, but it's too fake. You know how it does? A lot of video game like plug and plays will do this, like the Nintendo NES Classic or the Super NES Classic or those things. They'll give you like, hey, here's scan lines or here's faking it, right? And it's almost worse than we actually saw it. We're like, how come this looks terrible compared to what I played? And it's like, it's because they're really, 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 they're exaggerating what they think was how it ran. Oh, dang. Breaking the camera. So, like, and I'm like, because the app that I have does that. It gives you, like, the little, how I don't know if you know how, on a VHS tape, if you played it a lot, or if it deteriorated in any way, it would give you, like, a line on the bottom, like, sort of like a snowy like interference on the bottom or on the screen somewhere. And this one gives me at the bottom, but it always has that. So I'm like, not every tape always did that though. What kind of tapes were you using, man? These things suck. But anyway, so yeah, and I'm looking at it right now. It's called the Palmcorder IQ, the Intelligent Camcorder, Panasonic Palmcorder IQ. It looks really weird, to be honest with you, but it's not that horrible. I mean, it's cool. I know it works. I just don't know if it records. You know, everything about it works. Just I don't know if it records. It's one of those things you're like, I mean, in theory, it turns on and I see a picture, and I can connect it to like a TV and see a picture, but I don't know if it actually records anything. I don't know if the heads work or anything in the VHS-C portion of the camera works. I mean, it opens, so but I think it should work. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work, but because the guy who I bought it from, secondhand place. I don't know if you know Blue Nose. Like, he's like, yeah, it should work. I mean, there's no reason for it not to work. I'm like, okay. I mean, but hey, what do you mean? I mean, maybe. What are you gonna do, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Whatever. Because if I get the capture software working, I just record it off I just capture the screen off of my computer, right? I don't need to actually worry about recording. Okay, let me be honest. I have to backtrack a bit. I have the software on my laptop. Laptop decided to die. It doesn't work no more. I'm probably gonna go get that fixed. But for the time being, I have to. Because I have a Surface Tab. I have a laptop. I have an Acer laptop, and I have a Surface Tab. The Surface Tab Pro, forget it. It doesn't do a lot of things I need to do, like editing very well. Because the software I have that I'm trying to get for free, which is Movie Maker and some video pad thing, I'm like, oh god, this is awful. And they're both awful because I can't. Guess what I wanted to do? I wanted to add audio to something. I was making an edit for Instagram, right? I was making an edit, and I wanted to add sound to something. I wanted to add music over something, so I like overlaid it and then played. Oh, you apparently in Movie Maker you can't disconnect the audio and video. Because what I wanted to do was cut the video and audio, but then I realized maybe I don't need to do that. But still, I found that out. I'm like, what? This is horrible. This is stupid. This is baloney. But anyway, So I'm trying to use those things, and they don't work great. They're not great editing. Okay, the best editing software I've used so far, which is free, is I got a cracked version of I got the full version of KindMaster on my phone, and oh my gosh, it's perfect. It works just well enough for me because it doesn't have a lot of things that I need it to do or I want it to do, but it has everything I need. You know when you have the thing when like, oh, I want it to do this, but I don't need this. I want it to do this, and this, but I don't need it to do this, and this. It's fine, you know. So anyway, yeah. Yeah. So like that's what I'll probably do if I get that working. So backtracking to the computer. So that PC's dead. So as so far as of now, right now it's dead, or not dead, but something's not working. I can't get it to turn on. I've had that computer for 2.5 years, I think, or 1.5 years. Maybe I got it in 2017. Anyway, I got it. I loved it. It's a great computer. It just died. So now I'm getting an adapter for the hard drive. I think that's SATA. Is that, if I'm not mistaken? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. To a USB, so I can use it on my. Well, I have to have another fresh one. That's 1 TB that I want to use. So fresh hard drive. So I'm gonna put things on. So because I want to buy hard drives. I just realized I have a lot of these hard drives already. So anyway, I just need adapters. So I'll take that hard drive out. I'll put it in my what's it called? Um, my Surface and see if I can run the software off of that. And if that works, we're golden. But if it doesn't work, then I have to find the product key. And I looked online, and nobody really has the product key. And if they do have the product key, you got to buy the whole thing, or they'll sell you it. No thanks. But what I'm saying is, well, what I'm afraid of is I will never find it. So, but that's okay. So that's why that doesn't work. So now I have the whole thing of like, well, what do I do now? So well, I guess get this adapter, see if this adapter works, and if the adapter works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because I just bought an adapter for my SIM card because my phone just crapped up. My other phone, because I have two phones. Well, I have a phone, and I bought a new phone on eBay, right? And then that phone didn't work, so I'm like, fine. So I stick with the old phone, and now that old phone decided to crap on me, so it's done. It's dead. Like, it's dead unless I go and get it repaired, which I'm like, no thanks. Maybe I'll try. I don't know. I don't think so, because I'm not spending, $150 on one. But anyway. So I got an adapter for my SD card to go into an old phone, like an older phone, that works, that I know works. So I'm like, ugh. And then it just decided to not work. It's like, no, you don't. Well, I think it's the phone doesn't read the SD card anymore. I don't think it's the SD card that's broken necessarily. If it is, I'll just buy a new SD card. Like, come on, or I should in theory get it for free because I'm with Fido, and Fido offers it for free. So, but anyway, but so I'm gonna see if I can do that with this VHS camera. There's a lot of things that you take for granted in cameras nowadays. Like, I looked at it and I went, so there's autofocus, which is way better in newer cameras. Well, way better, I don't know, because, like, the focus on this is fine. A color screen. The viewfinder is not even in color. That's crazy! I'm like, not in color, really? Anyway. And then there's, like, zooms where, like, optical zooms. Optical zoom? I'm like, what? There's no optical zoom. No, it's like it's basically like a fake zoom. It's kind of like on your phone, how your phone has fake like digital zoom. But then have a real zoom, and you're like, oh, that's stupid, but reminds me of a video I saw a long time ago by the guy called the 8-Bit guy. He did a video on the Samsung camera, and I'm like, what's the point of this? And basically, the only thing he could come out with that convinced me that it was useful was it's got physical zoom. I'm like, okay, fine. My phone, I'm gonna have to worry about, and it runs full Android, so I can like root it and do things crazy with it. But like to me, it's like, no offense, but my phone works just well enough. So please, leave me alone with all this bull crap of like baloney of like, well, oh well, it's got it's things that nobody really cares. Anyway, so yeah, no optical zoom. It's like it's a digital zoom, physical, whatever you call that. I think it's digital anyway. Anyway. So like, I don't know. I like the camera. It's just about the smallest you can get in like that kind of thing because they made like not film. Yeah, well, real cameras, right? Like news cameras or TV cameras, right? Those things are or like movie cameras. Those things are bigger than freaking your whole body sometimes. They're insane. On those giant like wheel rigs where like you can like turn it, right? So like it gets you smooth, right? And like okay, those are insane. Forget that. Like that's insane. And then you go to like home cameras where you go to like VHS, and the VHS camera that I was looking at for, excuse me, sorry, for running what I want to do, make movies, was like 2 or 3 times as big as this VHS-C camera. But the reason I'm going with VHS-C is because it's a way more like not durable, but it's a way more versatile medium. Like I can connect it to an adapter, I can connect it to my TV, blah blah blah. Blah. Not because I want to get. I was really looking for a 8mm camera. But the thing with the 8mm camera was it's not as versatile in terms of I can't just watch this somewhere. Like if I make movies on this and 30 years from now, or even home videos on it, 30 years from now, 20 years from now, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever, when my kids or my grandkids, whatever, want to watch these things of me, it's like, the problem is, I would not be able to watch most of those 8mm cassettes. With this, I at least have a way, because I have a TV sitting in my room, I'm staring at it right now. It's VHS, it's a VHS inside the TV, right? So it's like, okay, it's integrated, it's the embedded thing, right? It's like, it's the same thing. So I can play VHS tapes on that TV, and I know that that thing works well, like well. So I'm like, okay, if I get this adapter, which I'm probably gonna spend like $50 on the adapter, it's stupid, but what are you gonna do? And I go do this, and I look, and I put it in that adapter, then I play it in my TV. I'll always be able to play it. The 8mm, not so much. Which I still need them because 99% of my videos as a child, from the ages of like 6 to like 2000 and like, well, probably my whole life. Let's be honest here. Honestly, I think it's my whole life. So like 99. So I was born in 99, and my dad recorded literally like every big event. You know how like some people have certain events, like oh I need these big events. I was watching Good Mythical Morning, an old episode, and it was VHS. Or no, sorry, it was about his birthdays. And Rhett was like every time they took pictures or got him developed, it was always his birthday. See, me it was the opposite. I had everything, like literally everything. He had one event, I had like everything. So basically, it was like, hey, so it's like every event. So he would record everything. So now, or every huge event, he didn't record like random things sometimes, but he did record a lot of like not useless, but like like you look up the date or the label of something, and you'll go, winter of '99. Why? Winter of 2003. Why? Summer, August of 2000. Why? What? But like, I don't know. But that's things we did in August. So there are like things that are important. Just like it's a lot of like, oh, why? Anyway, I don't really care. But so I have a lot of those tapes. But I have a lot of those tapes. So now I'm like, oh, how do I play these? And I gotta buy them. So I looked at eBay, and they're crazy expensive in Canada. They're like between 75 and like $1,000. Insane. No, thank you. But I looked on .com on eBay.com, like American eBay, and I went, oh my good gosh, it's what's it called? It's cheap. People are like fractions of the costs, fractions of the price, but with like stupid shipping because it's like, oh, it's shipping to Canada, man, or international shipping's like, because like I'm looking at one right now. I had that Skyfit at EV out because that's the whole point of why I want it. But I'm looking at it now and I'm going, it's great because it's like, oh man, it's gonna be amazing. And I look at the thing, and I look at inner shipping, and I looked at it's $5.99 bid right now. But it's also 33.68 international shipping. I'm like, that's crazy. But I'm like, it's not that crazy when you think about how much, because you can buy them on Amazon, right? But they're like $150, $200, $175, $130. I'm like, I don't want to spend that much. No offense, I really don't want to have to spend that much. But there's something about, ah, dang it. Anyway, I just thought of something. Yeah, but I mean, if I have to, I have to. If I will, at least there, it works. You're 100% guaranteed. Hey, you're getting a brand new product. With eBay, they always have to give you the stupid thing of, well, it might not work. No, the best. I always love people who do this. The best, because it drives me nuts. But I still just like, I'm amused by it. It's like, Oh, I haven't tested it. I don't know. Which, take that as it doesn't work. Honestly, take that as it doesn't work. In my opinion, whenever somebody says, "Well, I don't know if it works," I've never tested it, so because he goes, "For all I know, it could work like flawlessly," and I'm like, "Well, yes, but there's no real point to saying that. Basically, say I have no idea if it works. It's probably broken. Like, consider it broken, but buy it as is. Proceed at your own risk." So to me, it's like I don't go for those ones even. Then there's ones that are like it's like $2. You're like, what? Or like $10. What? For parts or repair. Oh, yeah. That's why you have to read. Don't just read the label, like the title, the name. Read the description. It's like, oh yeah, because you got to look and see what actually is what. So to me, it's very hit or miss. Like I don't know if I want to buy, and I found one for good, but now I got to know if it has what's it called? My dad, cause it's just for my dad, right? So to me, it's like I don't really care. I'll pay $150 for one or whatever, $50 for one. But don't really want to have to. But if I have to, I will. But to me, it's like very much set up like, and I got to know if it has AV out, right? And I got to know if it has AV out. I got to know if it runs exactly what I want. And I think it's a high 8 camera, to be honest with you. But I looked it up, I googled it, and apparently you can play analog high 8. I don't even know if it's digital high 8, but you can play an analog. You can play a 8mm tape on a high 8 camera. You can't play a high 8 tape on an 8mm. So it's sort of like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Like you can go up, it just won't give you the performance. I guess it's like connecting a 4K, anything 4K. I don't know, PlayStation 4, Xbox One X, or like Amazon Fire TV, right? I'm looking to get one of those. So Amazon Fire Stick, right? Amazon Fire TV Stick, right? That's 4K to a regular HD TV. You just won't get the benefits. Like there's no point. Which is why I was trying to tell my mom. She's looking to get one. She's like, get it. Look. Okay, price an Amazon Fire 4K TV with Amazon Fire in it. And she's like, but I don't want one. I want to spend $50. I don't want to spend it. It's like, screw you then. Forget it. Because there's no point in 5 years, 10 years upgrading to a 4K TV. No, look at the price. Anyway, so I guess that's like the whole thing. So I think that camera will work for me as long as it has AV out. And that's my whole thing. I want to do movies. I want to make a movie. Okay, I want to make a movie with my best friend because he's really like, that's his passion. He wants to be an actor. So I'd love him to be an actor for me. And he also has a lot better creativity than I do. I've tried making movies, right? Because I wanted to make a stop motion movie once. So I have stop motion movie apps on my phone, and I'm like, okay, great, let's go. And I'm like, and I just blank for like all day. Cause I took a Saturday one time, and I was like, this will be great. I'll do it. It's great. I'll make it. Come on, let's go. No, nothing. I'm like, I blank. I blank for the longest time. I'm like, and I literally blanked the whole day. I just sat there like, I'm going on with my day when I realized I'm not gonna make anything. But I'm like, which is why if I had a lot of money, I'd produce movies. I'd give you like, how producers have to find the people to make the. Oh, maybe not produce, but I would make like I'd be the guy that the producer comes to me and the guy who comes to me and goes, you want to sponsor a movie, or you want to make a movie, or you want to pay for a movie, and I'm like, heck yeah, and then you're in the credits, whatever, right? Or I'll be like that random guy in the credits, like thing you don't even understand, like directors, right? Assistants, brothers, cousins, neighbors, aunts, dog walkers, dog's assistant or something, Like, I don't care what I am. I just would love to be in a movie. Anyway, he's got way better. So my best friend has way better creativity than I do. I will never be able to make, I'll never come up with anything, I'm like, da, 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 and then I blank, and I'm like, which is weird because for certain other things, I'm okay with, right? I'm like, well, I can kind of come up with some stuff for other things, right? I can come up with things to talk about on, sporadically like this, but for some reason, when I need to put something into, on paper and be like, I need a script, or not even a script, I need a storyboard set up for this, so that I have an idea of what this is going to be, right? You end up with this, Well, I have no idea. So I want to make one with my friend because he's got way better ideas than I do. Like he'll make a movie and I'll be like, and honestly, I feel like I would say no, that's a stupid idea, but I would have to go. I don't care anymore. Make a movie. I'll make you your movie. I'll be your cameraman for your movie, or we'll co-direct or something. I don't know. He'll be acting in it, obviously. Maybe I'll act in it. I don't know. Maybe I'll be like a Bill Murray or a who else? Those people who like I don't know. I couldn't think of anybody else, but like those people who act and what's it called? They act and they direct. You know, like Bill Murray acted and directed the Ghostbusters 1 or Ghostbusters 2 or both. I don't know. Anyway, and people do that all the time, so maybe I'll do that. I don't know, but I know that I just don't want an idea in my head and then I'm acting and I know everybody has to do this. No, I don't want to be that kind of dick director too, who like douchebaggy dick director who's like, well, it's got to be done this way. I got an idea in my head and it's got to be done this. I'm like, no, stop, no. That's why I don't even want to be involved, honestly, to be like very directing. Like I don't want to have to I want somebody to tell me what to do, right? I want somebody to be like, hey, this is what I want done, but articulate that or verbalize that well to me. Don't just be like, well, no, stop, no. Well, you're not doing it right. Well, tell me what's right, you know. Anyway, so that's what I want to do as my project. I also was writing a book, 3 years ago or something, 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago. That never went anywhere because I have no creativity that way. My mind just blanks. I'm like, I guess I'm like every creative person ever. They blank, and then like, how do I get actual creativity? How do I get ideas? And then they walk away from it, and they come back, and then like 3 in the morning, they wake up and they go, shit, turkey mushrooms, man. I got an idea, and he has to write it down and put it on paper. What was this? Riff for Satisfaction. The now, that one. I think he heard that in a dream. So, so it's like, hey, it. I guess is I don't know something about it. Is just like I don't. That's why I would never become a writer. Like my friend wanted to be a writer, and then he realized the time though you have to put into it is insane. Because you have to you get an idea, and you cannot just be like, well, when I wake up in the morning, I'll write it down. No, because you've lost it. It's gone. You have to write it down exactly when you get. Oh, be annoying. But anyway, that's why my book never went anywhere. Or my whatever is going to actually be a comic strip, a book, a writer, a online thing. Because where everyone's going now. They're just going online with everything. Or they're going both because they realize I want it to be accessible to the older people who will never pick up a computer or click a mouse and click it on a computer, but I also want it to be accessible to every young person who will never, ever, ever pick up a physical book for it. So lots of websites that host your books stuff, like writing stuff. And I looked at one and I'm like, because I looked at one for A myself and B I saw somebody I knew who has one and I'm like a book on there and I'm like what the heck? Why not? I might do something like that. I don't know. Also, I don't know how big this book's gonna be. Is it gonna be like a 200-page book? Is it gonna be like a 500-page novel? Is it gonna be 1,000-page thesis kind of, or is it just gonna be like 50 pages of like some kid's book? I don't know. I have no idea. Those are the kind of books that I feel like I would not be able to write. I feel like I would be like, it's just too short. But also, I would feel like a 200-page novel would be like, holy crud, how do I get to the end of this? But anyway, yeah. So I want to make a movie. So I think the book is going to be paused for now, but I think I'm going to try and make a movie. I don't know when this is going to happen. I don't know how this is going to happen because I might go to a summer camp this summer. So I don't like working this summer. So I don't know if the summer is going to be a good time. I don't know when it's going to be a good time. My friend is not working at the summer camp anymore. So I don't know if I could figure a time to do this or I don't know if this is going to be this year started doing this or next year or 5 years or 10 years from now, but I wanted to do this. I know I do. So, I know I want this to get done. So, a movie. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Try and make a movie. So, yeah. And that's kind of what I've been up to for a while. Why I haven't uploaded in a few weeks? Because I'm trying to figure all this stuff out to get things working. Because I am one of those people who would rather have. I know I have to have quantity over quality on this YouTube, on this big World Wide Web we use, right? But for some, reason, I know that I'd rather have a sort of me. I want quality over quantity. I want to rather be one of those YouTubers who puts out like one video maybe a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, even or 3 weeks or a month. But the video is like professional production quality, like movie quality or TV, I'd rather do that than to have like 30 crappy videos a month, one a day, or 31 videos a month, one a day, and have them all basically be baloney. Which is probably why I could do probably like 2 a week or 1 a week. I could be like, oh yeah, this would work really well. But I mean, to me, I know I've realized I have to put out a video a day for the YouTube algorithm to work to the point of people watching my videos, because I'm not at the point where I have enough videos for people to just keep going back and watching, new people coming. No. I don't have enough people either, subscribers, so can't. So I'm probably gonna put that movie on YouTube. Probably. Well, maybe I'll rent it on YouTube. I don't know. I'll make it rentable on YouTube. I don't know, because I don't want to have. Honestly, I don't want to have people download the movie off of my YouTube channel and just be like, never pay for the actual physical what's it called? The physical DVD, or Ultra Blu-ray, or whatever I'm gonna use. I don't know what I'm gonna what quality I'm gonna use. Sorry, not quality. What media? Like I watched. I don't know if you know Lamar Wilson. I watched Lamar Wilson, and he did like a little thing on. It was like a snippet from his YouTube video on Instagram, and one of the things was, it was for the Bumblebee movie, and they gave him a VHS tape. Well, because it's set in the 80s, so. But it made a VHS tape, so I'm like, oh boy. Oh man. I'm like, but I mean, he was like, what am I gonna do with this? But like, with much respect, that's a cool thing to have. Honestly, he doesn't have anything to play with, but like, give it away. I'm like, give it away. I commented, give it away. Make a giveaway. I'd love that. I'd buy it from you right now. Anyway, as long as it's an actual thing, it might just be like a dummy thing. But anyway, oh yeah, I know that I need to have a video more, or at least I need to watch a schedule. You can't crap people over and go, well, no schedule, man. You gotta have a schedule. Whether that's once a week, or once a day, like every day, or every week, once a week, or every month, or every year, you just gotta have a schedule. You gotta have people know, okay, good. And if you're going on a hiatus, you have to say, I'm going on a hiatus now. You don't necessarily have to say a long, for 6 months, but no. But you have to say, I'm going on a hiatus now. Don't expect videos for. Don't just leave and expect the algorithm to be fine. No, that's not how that works. So, to me, it's like, what? Yeah. So I mean, so it's very not. What was I just saying? Oh my gosh, I just forgot. Oh yeah, I was talking about like yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I know I need to have something all the time. You have to have a consistent schedule, because that's what people never understand. They're like, well, I can make a video whenever I want, right? And then you're like, in theory, if you were big enough, yes. In theory, if you never had any kind of like hit from like YouTube, right? The algorithm and nothing like to you, it'd be great. This is in a perfect world, we'd be able to make videos whenever we wanted, and people would watch whatever we wanted, and it'd be great. But of course, YouTube has their stupid algorithm now. It's watch time, so it's got to be long, and it's engagement, so it's got to be like if there's comments, likes, and people are watching through the end, you're engaging in the end. It's great, but like now, no, you have to have the stupid thing of like, that's not life, right? And then that's not reality of it. And then like, well, it's reality of it, but it's not the reality in terms of like what we want to make, right? So nothing under 5 minutes. It's all like, whatever. And if you're gonna make videos that are under, I think it's 10 minutes, right? You have to at least 10 minutes of a video, because other than 10 minutes of a video, like
it's if it's less than 10 minutes of video, they don't care. Like YouTube doesn't care about it. They're like, oh well, it's too short. I don't care. It's like, go screw it, YouTube. But anyway. But again, YouTube doesn't even know how it works, right? So YouTube doesn't know how the algorithm's going to spit out your content if you put it in. It's like putting it into a vending machine and then you have no idea what the vending machine's going to spit out. It's just a black, like, tinted window, and you're like, you put in like $1, and you're like, what am I going to get out of here? What are the outcome of my dollar? And then every single time it's different, or slightly different. It's like, oh God, Lord. Anyway, so that's one, and then what's it called? It's so that's the thing, and then we would have like the perfect world. We'd be able to do it. Basically, would be wow, be able to do whatever you want. But of course, you can't do that on YouTube. I feel like making a video today. I don't feel like making a video today. I'm not making a video today. I'm making a video. You know, that kind of thing. I'm not gonna make a video for 3 days because I don't care. Oh schnook, the algorithm just plummeted on me. Crap, I have to make a video now, or maybe I should make more video or whatever. You know. So I mean, I don't know. I don't care. It's really a lot of baloney with YouTube. But again, you ask a YouTube. You have a YouTube support, whatever guy would you call it? YouTube, whatever the guys are called, the people that help you with YouTube, right? It's like, well, they don't even know what's going on. They're like, we kind of know, well, we know what we've made, right? Like, they know they've made what the algorithm is, but they don't know what it does. Like, they know that we made this, and this. It's like, okay, good. But you know what that's going to do for us? And as YouTube creators, we're like, no, you should know what it does, right? And then YouTube's like, yeah, we really don't know like 100% of what it does. We're just like, what? What? Yeah, so that's the algorithm. And so, in conclusion, I think the algorithm is broken. Let's be honest here. But, well, not broken, but like, if you just a sec. If you take consideration what the original intenders of YouTube, original founders of YouTube intended, which was send the video bigger than email file size, then you learn that, hey, it's not exactly what it is intended for. You know, the stupid people on here doing stupid things. We go, stop, no, because the YouTube, what's it called, creators, if I ever see this, I'm sure some of them would be like the 2 or 3 of them that were I don't know if they're even still alive, to be honest. But anyway, you know, they go, whoa, stop. That's not what I intended YouTube. Because if you look at the first YouTube video, which is my trip to the zoo, I think it's called. It's like, okay, you look at it and you go, all you wanted to do was said, hey, I'm at the zoo, having fun. Here are the elephants. Here are I think he said giraffes and something like that. And that was it. And he's like, okay, great, but that's all he wanted. That's literally it. He didn't want 1,000 videos of whatever. He wanted to send it to his family or friend. I don't know. Family and friends who are like, yeah, here's what I did this weekend. You know, that kind of thing. So, I don't know. I am not big enough to actually have to worry about these things, though. So, to me, it's like, upload a video, and if I get 10 views, I'm happy. It's like on Instagram, right? If I get 10 views on a video, or 10 likes, 10, like, I guess, views? Looks? Watch, like, clicks or whatever, I'm fine. It's great. So, it worked for me, so. Not that I don't want more, but like, I obviously want 1 million subscribers, so I want millions of views and watch times to be up the wazoo. But like, of course, I don't have that, and I'm not at the level where I can monetize yet because I need, I think, 1,000 subscribers, and I think it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So to me, it's like, not even close to that. So, but hey, do I care? Not really. So, the people who started YouTube and are now humongous, man, they must be banking like on this, like, basically nothing. And so once YouTube partnerships and YouTube ad revenue stuff and YouTube ads also all came about, it was like, you need like 100, and you need to be relevant, basically. And there you go. That was it. So yeah, so those are my ideas for the last few months, and I want to make a movie, so that's it. And that's about it. So honestly, I want to find people who are dedicated to this thing too. I don't want to just have like this thing sit for 10 years and eventually make a movie, or me have to do it all myself, or that kind of stuff. Like, to me, it's like, I don't care. 'Cause I'm like, ooh, I want this to actually get off the ground too. It doesn't have to be like the first movie I make, it doesn't have to be millions of dollars, like a $1 million production, and go in theaters and make millions of dollars, and have, I have directors and producers and editors and actors, and it's great. No, I just need it to be a YouTube thing that I probably just post on YouTube, to be honest with you, and then that's it. It works. It runs. Runs well, and it does things. So it sparks my creativity to make better things, and eventually, I'd love to be I want to be, because I have a book that's about like different random jobs in like film industry, and one of the jobs was like is like guy who finds random things, right? Whatever it may be, whether it's like getting him coffee, whatever, assistance kind of things. And then there's other ones where it's like, well, just like a cameraman would be cool. Camera person 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera team, whatever. Or leader of team, not even like team, no, randomest names. Because I think the movie that I remember doing this was, because we did a game with my friend, and where we used to look at random movie like actor names and like lists and stuff of what they do and what they. And so one of them was the movie was Night at the Museum 3. It was before Night at the Museum 3, and I'm not sure if it was that movie or there was a movie before that, different movie before that. But we looked at the movie and we went, as me and my friend, we looked at it and went, these are really weird names, but not just weird names, weird jobs that these weird named people do. I'm like, wow, okay. What? Wow. Wow, okay. So, product production coordinating superintendent to the to the production of the blah blah blah. It's like, what? What is? So yeah, I'd love to just be anything in a movie, to be honest. It's like I was watching Andy Schrock, and he goes, background guy. So he's like, I want to be a background guy in a Marvel movie, and he goes, Andy for Marvel janitor. Hashtag Andy for Marvel janitor. I'm sure that's a thing out there, but it's like, yeah, I'd love to be anybody in a movie. Like, extras apparently are a thing. Like, and they pay okay. Like the first few whatevers, not really. You're not really making money off it. But like, if they want you constantly, they start paying you, and you're like, you get good bucks. And if it's because my friend's dad's friend was telling me how that works, and he basically says the first few ones are like, you go there, and if you have a family, it's great, because if you go there, you get the whole experience, you get to be on a film set, and you get to sit there, you get free food for one thing, and then you get to maybe possibly be in a movie. Probably not, but because unless you're in like one of those shots where it's like there are a million people and you just shove you in like a crowd, yeah, you're in the movie, but where. But you're probably not going to be in the first like few movies. But then they start, going from like, we like you, we want you, and we want you to be a bigger role. So you become a non-speaking, no lines role with like, oh yeah, yeah, whatever, and then you start becoming you're a line extra, and then you become like an actual actor, like. Or you could go straight to trying to find to be an actor. So you could try that too. I don't particularly think that you can do that. Really. Well, I mean, you don't really have to go up the ranks, but you have to have your connections. You gotta have a manager, and you gotta have at least one person that does something in film to get somewhere. At least one. Like I was watching when they were filming X-Men, because I'm in Montreal, right? Or I'm in Laval, but I went to Montreal and I saw. Cause I was doing something in Montreal. I don't remember what the hell I was doing anymore. Oh yeah, I was just my like gay camp, right? We went down to Montreal. We were doing some scavenger hunt, photo scavenger hunt, and basically what we saw was they were filming X-Men. Was it Apocalypse? X-Men Days of Future Past, maybe it was. I think it was Days of Future Past, and we saw whatever the blue guy's face was. Whatever the blue guy's not face, blue girl that shapeshifts. I think that her. Anyway, we saw her stunt double, or we saw her a double. I don't know what necessarily she was to this person, but she was a double of some sort. But it was cool because it was like, whoa, you're filming, and my friend the friend that I was with loves X-Men, and he goes, oh, that's, was it Mystique? Is that her name? But I don't know the actor's name. Is it Mystique? I don't know. The actor, what's her name? He knew immediately. He went, that's stunt double or double. I'm like, wow. That's cool. I'm like, but not really, because I don't care. But it was cool to see them film it. I was like, oh, and then I don't think they film a lot of movies. It's like Hollywood, right? So like California, and then Montreal for some reason. They like Quebec a lot. Film people like Quebec because it looks like Europe without having to film in like London or France or like London or Paris or Tokyo or Rome or like those places, big places. They don't need to film there. It just looks like you're in like some sort of European place. So to me, it's cool to see that. But they're actually filming a movie down my street one time. I'm like, what? You're from what? Well, they had all the production stuff there. I don't know if they were filming anything, but they had production things down there. So I was like, whoa, that's cool. But I never figured out what movie it was because nobody told me. And I never figured it out. I couldn't look it up. I Googled it. Like, what movie are they filming close to? It's like, they did. And people go, blah, 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 blah. So Google gave me nothing. So I'm like, oh, okay, well. So it's cool. I mean, I don't know. I want to be in a movie one day. So I want to make a movie. I want my name in a movie credit somewhere. Whether that's actor number one, first person you see, or it's like down the line editor, or it's whatever. Director, whatever. So, producer, whatever. I don't care. I just want something. So, I mean, hey, it's cool. It's really cool. But do I really care? To the extent of like, no, I don't need to do this, but I like to do this because it's fun, right? It's cool. It's like, oh, that'd be cool to have your name in like, it's like back in like, I don't know, back in the day when someone would go, one day you're going to see your name in lights. And I'm like, we don't care anymore. This generation doesn't care. Like, they will not care if their name's in lights. What they care is if your name's on the internet, which is sad, but that's the reality of it. So, or in like a movie or something, So, like, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's what I'll try and do. I don't know. Also, give me ideas. Email me at tacoimposter@gmail.com. Wait, tacoimposters with an S at gmail.com. And give me ideas for this movie, or give me anything, questions, ideas, comments, anything, just anything. Just email me, and I'll maybe say it on the next like podcast. I don't know, but yeah, because like I need ideas for this movie, like because I just bought a camera, and I just bought tapes, so now I'm ready to like film this thing, right? And also I have my phone, so I'm gonna probably to be safe, I'll record on my phone too with the app that I have, the like VHS camera like emulating app, the app that emulates it. And I'll probably have two because also when I was watching Cinemassacre's 200th video, right? James Rolfe, he was explaining how, because back in college they did everything spliced. They did everything filmed, so they spliced the film, they cut it, they did all old fashioned way. Like that's how you edited it. That was it. That was that. Couldn't do much after that, unless you wanted to like maybe film. No, you couldn't even. I was going to say like a second generation, but you couldn't do that because you couldn't record and then film and connect. Whatever. Anyway, so it's an 8mm film, right, or 16mm film, right? And he's like, oh, good lord, that's stupid, right? He even thought it was stupid. He was like, this is dumb, but he accepted it and did it. But what happened to him was he was shooting a scene where he was like, because it was a whole thing where a guy like a guy he either digs up a grave or like the zombie comes, or like the monster thing comes out of the grave. Because he's doing a horror movie, and he's coming out of the grave, like, right? So he dug the whole thing. It was ready, and he put, like, boards and planks over it, or whatever. He filmed, right, and he had leaves, right? So he filmed the whole thing. The film, the 8mm, or the 16mm, the film, whole roll came back black. Whole entire roll came back black. But, of course, he was filming tape at the time, like, film at the time. He filmed it, he got it on tape, and that saved his butt. He had it. He had the whole movie, so, I mean, really, it was great. It really worked. It was like, oh yes, but I think there's a novelty to doing that too. But I'm never doing that again, man. I edit with an editing software, and already when it takes me like an hour to edit something that's like 2 minutes long, I'm like, kill me now. So doing that, a movie on that, I literally want to die. I literally want to kill myself. Like, no, I'm done. I'm out. I'm done. I'm out. Nope. F this shit. I'm out. You know that meme or the Vine? It's a kid. He's running. He's in like the cafeteria of like his school or something, or hallway of somewhere, and then he just goes. He stops and he goes, F this shit. I'm out. And then he jumps into a garbage can and just like rolls away. because like it's on wheels, so it's boom, f this shit, I'm out. That's what I would do. I'd be like, no, I'm done, I'm out. So I don't know. So something about what's it called? About doing it this way would be cool, though. I have to say. This is why I want to do it this way. I'm like, oh, this would be so cool. This would be so cool. Right. But I don't know. It's so I want to record both ways, so that I'm safe with like I don't end up having even if this tape just gets chewed up somehow, I'll have the footage on my and now I have like I'll have like hard drives by the time I start doing this movie. I'll have hard drives. I'll have SD cards. I'll have all these things that I can connect to my phone, so I don't have to worry about, oh no, I lost my footage. No. So I mean, in theory, I'll be fine, but in practice, it's never like that. It's the Murphy's law. Oh, what can happen, or what can go wrong, will go wrong at the wrong time, at the worst possible time. So to me, I'm like, why? And then you jinx it because you say it's going to be fine, and then nothing goes right. So like, oh, kill me now. But hey, it's fine. I don't hate it. I think it's good. So to me, I think this is gonna run okay. But I mean, I'm gonna jinx it, and then something's gonna happen, and it's not gonna run well, and you're gonna be like, you know, I lost everything. But somehow, I do it all the time. Cause like, cause that's the thing. Everything should be if you're using. Okay. This is out to people who make software. If you're using something on multiple platforms, please make like the interface exactly the same on each platform, so I don't go from iOS with the button on one side to Android with the button on the other side to my desktop with the button on a different place to the. Okay, so I'm gonna upload, right? So instead of clicking connect, I click erase. Like instead of save, I click erase or delete, and it's gone. Because the last recording I had the recording of the last podcast gone, just completely. Because I clicked delete instead of save. But that's because I didn't see it, and I wasn't looking, and the other software that I had previously to this freaking screwed me over because it was on the other side. Well, actually, this one screwed me over, the new one. Because I was like, oh, it's going to be the same as the. Gone. No, it's not the same. So, whatever. Anyway, what was the thing? Yeah, so I was like, but anyway. So to me, I was like, oh, good gosh. But anyway, so, yeah. I mean, so, I want to run software, because the internet never works properly, ever. Technology never works properly, ever. Like, to the. But yeah, I think it'll work, so. There'll always be some problem, obviously, but that's what I said. I've heard these things where directors will say things like, if your movie is going smoothly, question it, because your movie can't go smoothly if it's going to be a good movie. If a movie is having trouble, it's going to be a good movie, for a fact, because you know that it's going to come out as like, I had so much trouble, but I loved the outcome. Like the outcome, to me, I think that if it's going to be smooth, you got to question it, because like, why is this running so like nice and smooth and like, so hey, so that's basically what's going on. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I wanted a VHS camera, but it wasn't going to work that way. I was never going to get a VHS camera. No, unless I was going to willing to spend like between $100 and $1,000. Like no, or I was willing to fix one, right? I was willing to fix, which I was not willing to fix one. So, like at all, I was like no, because I'm like, because with all the moving parts, I take it apart once with one spring. Spring flies halfway across the room, and I'm done. Like it's gone forever. So, or it's like I can never put it back together. So forget it. Like I've taken a VCR apart, and I went, I have absolutely no. I took apart a DVD player, and I went, I don't know what the hell to do with this. Well, how to put this back together. So, let alone a VCR, let alone a camera. So all these parts, forget it. No thanks. So, hey, I don't really care, but I'd rather have VHS because I can connect the VHSs easier to other things. But in my opinion, it's not that bad. No. But the other thing is my TV VHS combo thing does not have an output, so this is input. So to me, it's like, oh, I can't connect that, so I need to still keep one VCR so that I can transfer to DVD or to at least to like an MP4, like a digital media file, so like a computer can read that, a computer can read. So I mean, it's not horrible, but it's just a lot of work that I have to like take into consideration. I'm like, really?
Really. But I mean, it's okay. Just because I have one VCR that doesn't work. I don't think it works at all. It might, but I don't think it works at all. Then I have a DVD player. I'm sitting right here, so. And then I have different softwares to burn DVDs. So I do have a burner software. It's just I need to then um, set that up so that because of burner software that I tried gives you a watermark, like, and it's not like a small watermark in the corner or a transparent watermark in front of your on the whole video. No, it's like a smack in the middle, like a white big letters, like software, whatever the name of the software. I'm like, oh, good gosh! I was trying to record something from like 7 years ago, 10 years ago, almost now, like 2011, maybe 2010, 11, 12, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I think it was like 11, 10 or 11. Anyway, and I'm like, good gosh! I'm like, really? Wow. Cause I got it. I'm like, this actually worked. I was so surprised. I was like, and I pop it in my DVD player, and I'm like, this is working. Oh my god! And I click play, and it goes, huh? Wait, what? Why am I? What? Oh, this is stupid. But I mean, what was I expecting? They didn't warn me, but I should have expected something like that from the free soft because you could buy it, right? And it was something like $30 or something, or $25 or something. Like not expensive, but not cheap. So I'm like, but to me, it's like, oh Lord, good Lord, right? I'm like, oh no, stop. But anyway, so I might actually buy something like that, or I'll buy an actual burning CD player, like or like optical drive that burns CDs. Like I can do it on my Windows XP machine, but I need a editing software which I don't have. So forget that. Well, I could get like a movie maker, but it's an old movie maker, so forget it. But I can say like and again, when I googled it how to burn from movie maker, it gave me all this like you need to have a software that does that. And I'm like, basically it's save your video and then say open with or export to like burn software and open your burning software. I'm like, oh really? Why? Because there's no actual burn on that. So I'm like, hey, what are you gonna do? But in theory, if all I'm doing with that computer, because I have a Windows 7 computer, right? And they're going to get rid of Windows 7, right? Their support, right? So I'm like, ooh, that's not good. But then I'm like, but if only all I'm doing is burning a CD, it's not bad. It's like we'll go for it, whatever. So I mean, hey, in theory, it's gonna be fine. Not gonna be great, but it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. So I mean, hey, it'll be fine. I mean, so yeah. So, I need to find like a burning software now. Because I tried all these burning software that are free, and it's like two or three came up, and they're like, yeah, you can burn one, or you can burn this much many minutes, or like stupid criteria that are like, why? Why? Just let me burn as much as I want for free. And then they're like, well, that's not going to happen. They want to get money for it. It's like, well, of course they do. Software people who make software realize, manufacturing people, companies, and people, they realize, no, 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 no. We're going to make this much of it free, or we're going to make it free, but with in-app purchase or whatever. So, so it's going to be like, it's like, I don't know, it's just kind of confusing with that way, which is why I never want to get into software because you either have a paid version something or limit the free version significantly, or third option, free with in-app purchases, which is what is getting a lot of these like game companies like Epic Games and like Fortnite and PUBG and Apex and Apex Legends and all these games. They're free, excuse me, but they're free with in-app purchases, which is making them millions and millions and millions of dollars. So, like, that's probably the route I would go if I ever make software. I'd be like, yeah, free with a crap ton of in-app purchases, just a a boatload of in-app purchases up the wazoo. Basically, like, yeah, it's free, but if you want any feature whatsoever, you gotta pay. Or I'll make like modules, like, oh, you can buy this pack or whatever, or this thing. In so in theory, it's free, but in practice, it's really not. So it's like, it's kind of sneaky that way, but it's not because like as long as I say up front, this is free with in-app purchases, then people will go, okay. Or I'll explain very, very detailed in a description. I'll be like, it's free for this. This is what's free. You have to pay for it. So, I don't know. I think that's it, guys. So, that'll be it. So, adios, muchachos.